everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good defense. The Lions are top 10 in fewest points allowed. They'll be up against the Raiders offense that wants to prove it can do some damage.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Detroit Lions. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The motion man is Tate. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, I'll worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
He'll drop to throw. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a third and still about 12 to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Fielded just inside the 30. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now Carr on the bootleg. And his throw is incomplete. Amara Darboh, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Letting one go deep for Enunwa. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Quincy Enunwa, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he simply... taking a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They go back to Abdullah on first. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Abdullah on the counter. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now a give, left side. This is Abdullah. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
A toss to Abdullah. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll run here. Abdullah. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Jim Caldwell is showing a little confidence in the offense, leaving him out there here on 4th down. brings up a disaster nowhere near the marker. Jim Caldwell's guys cannot come through there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They run with Pumphrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down following the run. They'll run again with Pumphrey. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now a toss play. This is Pumphrey. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe he'll play.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now it's the backup Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
They pitch to Abdullah. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A handoff to Abdullah. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
This is Abdullah. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And James has it. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. It's Pumphrey on the toss. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. A 2nd down carry for Procise. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrad Davis. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows them sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. 1 minute, 53 ticks left to go in this first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's 2nd down. Second down now after the incompletion. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. A second down run for Abdullah. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And now here come the Raiders. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Letting one go deep for a Nunwa. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And incomplete here on 3rd down. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run left with Abdullah. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. So they will go for it. Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. He's going to let one fly for Tate. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Here's Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And the Steelers have scored yet again, really opening that one up. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, it's Pumphrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. $35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they begin the drive with Abdullah, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They go with Abdullah again. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
To throw is Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Third and long. It's Stafford. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Yeah, a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Back to the ground now. Here's Abdullah. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
The Lions on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11. Stafford now to throw. And the Raiders have got him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. On the run, it's Pumphrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Raiders on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Off the bootleg. Carr. Flush to his right. Airing this one out for Evans. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They start the drive with Abdullah. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They begin the drive with Pumphrey. And an alley to run. And he's brought down after a good gain. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
On 1st down, Procise. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ziggy Ansah. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. So out now come the Lions. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go. Got a 20. Omaha, remove. Hey, what? Big 20. Omaha, remove. Hurry. Omaha, remove. What? Hey. Big 20. 21. Hurry.
Again, it's Abdullah. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They start on the ground with Pumphrey, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down following the run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the 1st.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Lions, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.